on here. Okay, well, I'm back again. This will be part 3 of putting DD-WRT on my Linksys router. Let's see. I want to. Let's see. We'll go to my camera tube where the router is now. I turned all the computers off, turned them off, and then turned them back on, rebooted them and stuff. I left the laptop off. You know, it's hard to see that, yeah, in the camera too. But let me see if I can get it closer, and it'll see if it'll show up. You can't see that at all, I don't think. Well, what I was trying to show is the only light that's actually on, all those little, you know, icons and stuff there, I guess I could call them, the graphics, they look like they're on when they're not, to me. And I finally realized the only thing that's actually on is when the laptop's off. I noticed it was completely dark when the laptop was shut down. When the laptop's running, there's a green light on, and I guess that's just showing you got connectivity to it, you know, so I got to thinking about that's what routers always do with desktops, you know. So why wouldn't they do it with the laptop? Oh, my cable's all wrapped around everything. There we go. So the power light's not on, but it's plugged in. See? So you can see it better with it sitting down. It's plugged in. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So actually, that's a little bit worrisome. But I'm, you know, I haven't tried rebooting or any of that stuff, and I have, you know, if it's acts weird, I can do that 30-30-30 reset. But and I kept thinking about the whole. Let's go back to the instructions and all. Yeah, I'm going to need my web browser back open. I closed it because I didn't want to be using up too many resources. But it was fine last time. Whenever I see what's going on with my resources, yeah, it's okay, I think. See if I can do see what happens when I do restore. No, it just gives me that dashboard and stuff. So I've got to get back up that stuff that I had going before. What about history? Let's see. That's the problem, is it drops off the map pretty quick there. Yeah. So wait a minute. No, let's just go back to my links, to my bookmarks. And did I hit it wrong? No, there it is. Okay. Routers. Now some of them I know came from this folder here. Everything you need to know, really. Installation. Let's open those and see. I'm not sure how to get back to where I was, because the labels don't give me the clue as to where I'm really wanting to go. And then the one about mostly mine, let's see. If I saved them recently, then let's see, I want the router search opened up, and then Linux from VMworks. Okay, I'm going to open those up, and then we'll see if how well we seem to be doing. Go back to the DD-WRT one. Okay, forbidden. Oh, that's WRT routers. Yeah, that's. I don't know what's. I don't. That site doesn't work anymore. Okay, so get rid of that. This is the main installation page. That's good. This is the. I think this might be the. No, that's not the Peacock thread. Oh, okay. This is probably somewhere in there. Oh, I guess that's it. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so if I need that, that's it again. I thought that looked like the same thing again. Now this is the router page where I can search and bring those files back up. Okay, I actually had that. Let's put it at the beginning. Makes sense to me now. Mostly makes the mostly sense to me. Just need to get the model number of the router. I can't ever type that stuff right. Okay. Let's see. Put that in there. That should be just exactly what we want. Okay, mine's version 8. Okay, so I downloaded the files, just the 2 bin files I needed, and it's the same. It showed to be the same ones here, but I was following those detailed instructions for my version 8 router, and I used the links there, and I saw that the names were the same, but I got VxWorks Killer Updater. Okay, I didn't get that, and I got Micro WRT54 Micro. I don't know what that one is. The TFTP Execute. I'm going to download that in case I need to try it. So let's scan it. I think I already have it from an older download, but it could be an older version. So let's just go ahead and get the newest version. And I'll scan it to make sure it's clean. It should be, but well, everything should be. There's numbers after that. That's weird. Okay, open link. Save file. Okay, that should be, yeah, okay, my video's doing good, looks like. Let's see, there's my router. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm going to move it over there so I'll know that it's new. I guess it was done, wasn't it? All removed or missing. I might have screwed that up. I think I did. Let's just download it again, because once you if I broke the download, I was in such a darn hurry. Yeah, it's already still there like it was. Okay, save. Well, maybe it's starting to know. Oh, it's just that small of a file, 44.4 kilobytes. Okay. Didn't used to know when you moved it like that. Okay, now I can't execute it in Linux. But I do have a WinXP virtual machine on this system here, so if I need to try to, I don't think that that is a TFTP server like I thought somebody said in another video. I think it is a TFTP client, and PuTTY will do that, because that's what I saw 2 videos by this one guy where he was using PuTTY, and that's well, heck, I use PuTTY all the time. Now that's just blank there. I don't know what that was. Oh, that might have been that download. Okay, yeah, it was. Okay, so, okay, do them like that. Now, if I need anything out of that PCOP form, it'll be there. And this is the main installation page, which actually, when you sift on down through it, I mean, if you've never read any of this before, you need to, but I've been over it back and forth, and several years ago, well, actually, probably in 2011, when I downloaded that stuff last time, when I really poured over all this, but so I was just kind of skimming, you know. There's the link to the Peacock thread, and was this the one? Let's see. Hardware specific. I think that might be the one that I want. Oh, looks like there's another one. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back up to where it was, so I kind of won't be lost. If I had to go back there. Let's see, now I'm going to do a search for it. There it is. It's exactly the way I have it right there. Okay, now this is where I've been following the instructions. My Linksys WRT54G V8. Mine is a V8 .0 to 8 or .0 to 8 or something like that. That was the firmware that was on it. So I did the 30-30-30 reset. Then I wrote the and I did the upgrade. You know, the previous video shows the whole thing, but I can't even explain it. But I already put on the over here because I can find it quicker. So I already uploaded the VxWorks revert. No, not revert. VxWorks Killer. That would bring it back to VxWorks if you want to go back to this default. I found that out back to the factory. settings, so you don't have to worry about downloading one from Linksys, because they don't offer any files for these old routers now. So I downloaded the VxWorks killer, and then you reboot, and I'm trying to get into it through TFTP. And what I believe is, from what I guess I don't remember the videos I saw as well, but what only makes sense is that it's got a little server on it. It just doesn't have a GUI interface, so you got to do it in the terminal. If I had a TFTP client software, I might be able to do that. I swear I've seen some. I just never had any reason to use it. I wonder. The only thing yeah, FileZilla. I wonder if it does TFTP. Something I've used quite a lot. I remember seeing TFTP in it. It's not gonna I think you just have to know the port. Other thing is, I got to remember port. I need to turn off the firewall in that, or find out what the TFTP port is and open it. But I'll just turn off the firewall. But server. Yeah, I don't know what I know a quick way to find out what the TFTP port is. Let's see. I'll just do it in here. Go into my firewall here, and may have to put in my root password so that I can. I've changed this stuff recently and I don't remember it, so I'll have to get it. And I am in the desktop, right? Yeah. Okay. So. Now, I'll just go in here and pretend that I wanted to let's see if TFTP is already mentioned in here. Oh no, that's not the way I want to do it. Services, okay, FTP. They make, let's see, there it is, TFTP client. It doesn't say the ports. TFTP port 69. Okay, let me write that down. Might need to know that. TFTP server on port 69. Okay, now, so, oh, and Telnet, that's what Telnet's on 23. Okay, so that's a different thing then. Okay, I couldn't remember. But that's, the Pixie Boot, I played around with Pixie Boot server, PXE. I call them Pixie Boot servers. I've actually got a Linux distro, DRBL. This is remote bootable Linux that will just automatically set that up for you. And I was thinking, well, if I need a TFTP server, because I saw that on something that, saying TFTP, Pixie Boot, synonymous, I thought, well, heck, I can. Now, I don't want to fool with this firewall. This is my regular desktop. That was just to find that out, so I'll know that if I need to put in a port, I'll be able to get to it. Okay. But I don't believe I need to run a server. I think the router's being run in a TFTP server, and I just need to log into it. And he did tell what the password was in that one video. Okay, now let's get down to where I was. And yeah, that's right where I was. Okay. Now let's see if I've got an IP address. Well, on the see if I even have an IP address on the one blank here. Okay, let me get, yeah, see, I'm going to put my camera, get it off of me now, and put it down here at the laptop. Whoa, sorry, it's just the nature of this beast that I can't do it smoothly. just reaches. So that's good. I was thinking about all the ways maybe I could make it work, and let's see, about as far as I can kind of stand it, and then oh, okay. That's about as far as I can stand it and still read. Put that keyboard up against it there, it kind of helps hold it in place. And then this keyboard, oh, it's still too far that way though. That's why my cable seems so tight. There we go. And I can actually reach under there and type, carefully reach under there and type on my... Okay, now you can see what's going on. You can't read that laptop screen, but you can at least see what I'm doing over there. Now, and I'm gonna, I don't need to be showing the router right now, do I? Let's see. Yeah, that definitely lets you see better what I'm doing. Okay, so, and I'll just leave it. Oh, I want to show those instructions while I do it, right? Yeah, so I want one and desktop. And when I switch over here to my instructions, then oh yeah, the first thing is, if there's no lights on that thing, then, I mean, I can try, okay, here's what I'll do then. I'll go, let's kind of go through the instructions. Tells you to configure the IP address to, you know, the local computer to 1.100, the gateway to 1.1, which is normal for that router anyway. Then connect the Ethernet cable to your computer. Port 1 of the router. Do not use wireless. I may need to turn off my wireless. It may be on. And power cycle. Unplug the cord. They don't tell you to do. Oh, it does say perform a 30-30-30 hard reset. If you use such as window, disable compound TCP may be required. Go to 1.1. Okay. Oh yeah, see, I've already done all that, and then you need flash the. And I was kind of going backwards because I thought I may have to do. I didn't do this because it was already at 1.1 and 100. So yeah, but so I didn't have to do that. Okay, now I'm getting back with the program. So I already flashed it with. I've already lost my spot with VxWorks Killer. Okay, wait 5 minutes. Full Earth 5 minutes, and then you will not be able to browse. At this point, but you should be able to ping it. And all I can try and pinging it with some software. I'll try that before I go any further. And then now it's time to flash it with using TFTP, and that's where you would use that Windows software. Or if you had a Windows machine, well, I can get one going, but I don't want to if I don't have to. Okay. Well, let's see, I rebooted the laptop and all that stuff, but let's see what we ended up getting in there. Actually, I manually set that wired connection to what they said there. I don't think I needed to do it now. It was already like that, but I was afraid it had lost the connection, and I better just do what they said. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. If you don't want to use the command line, you can use TFTP execute program. Node 11 on the Peacock thread. Oh, okay. It will be redirect you to server 4 based your operating system. Good. This is a good resource and you may have all you need. For Linux distros other than Debian or Ubuntu, enter those commands right there and it'll see put that. Okay, now I couldn't hardly type that. I could copy and paste it if I had it over there on that machine. I have it over here on this machine or in Ubuntu. Debian is what Debian or Ubuntu, that's what I'm in. It won't work, so you got to do this. Go into the terminal and you're running TFTP inside the terminal. That's not horribly long, but it's not easy either. So, if you get an error code 3 while trying to flash it, enter a TFTP option mode, octet verbose. Oh, okay. And then the file will now be transferred to your router. After this is done, it will automatically boot. Wait for at least 2 minutes. To continue, longer is better. Give the router plenty of time to boot. Make note of perhaps copy any screen instructions. And then you're going to want to perform another 30-30 reset. Okay. And then in about a minute, you can go to the same address. If the hard reset was done, change the password when you get there. Any other options you wish. So you'll be up and ready to go. And if you've previously browsed the router with beta RC version v24, are currently experiencing issues with LAN port 4. Huh. CFE updater should fix it. Okay. V24 is what I guess I've got, because that was the same name from this linked on this page here. There's something I may end up having to do. Be sure to use the WebGRT upgrade to a newer build such as 12548 new microband once you have it up and running. Okay. Okay. With new, don't use any build with new D2 in the name. New micro only. Okay. Yeah, okay. I see. So those two I can use. That one right there, I don't know what that is. I still haven't, haven't found anything about what that is. I searched once for it. Okay, so now, yeah, you're not needing to run a TFTP server. That's, well, like I was thinking, that's a TFTP client. For Windows, it might be, it sounds like it's not a command line, it's a graphic client that might be actually easier to use. I could open it up and see. Well, yeah, that takes a lot of resources to run that XP virtual machine, so let's not do that right now. Okay, so where I'm back at is here. Let's go see what I got going on, see if I have to do this to make the... Okay, I've already got it flashed. It says power cycle. Let's click on that and make sure every time they want you to 30, 30, 30, they tell you 30, 30, 30 though. Okay. That looks like a good resource, but yeah, most of these instructions are all in for Linux anyway. Yeah, that didn't even, I don't see anything about, I was just wondering for sure whether they mean the normal power cycle or the 30, but they don't mean 30, 30, 30 there. Okay. So I've already done that and I just left the router running all this time. Okay, so you won't be able to. Okay, now let's see where I am. I've forgotten where I left. Of course, I would do that. Oh, no, no, you were seeing. Okay, one side's the laptop, the other side's my instruction page. Okay, so do I want to leave it like that? Or do I want to get on the router in the laptop? I think I want to get on the router in the laptop. That seems to be the thing to do right now. It's hard for me to remember to switch once I get going. That's the thing. Okay, now because I may want to reboot it. Okay, here we go. How's our thread doing before we get off into the wild blue yonder again? Our thread, our live video. Looks okay. Okay, doing good. Let's make sure we're having some sound. And then, looks okay. Yeah. Didn't take long for it to start using up resources when you open up that YouTube page. Okay. Ping, yes, alrighty. So. Oh, well, see there, I forgot to switch, but that's okay, I guess, isn't it? It's going to have to be. All right, go back to the instructions for myself, at least. Let's see. Well, unless I need to reboot the router, I guess this is better. So I'll be looking at the instructions, and hopefully that'll help. And I'll kind of, what I'm using is what I'll show you. Yeah, what I'm really using the most is what I'll show you. What I'm using the most is the instructions in the laptop right now. Can't really read the screen. Okay, a little bit more that way. Well, that's the way I'm going to leave it. Okay, now. Let's see what its IP address is. Okay, Wi-Fi is still disabled. Okay, it's gotten 0.100. How can it have 0.100? Huh. Well, but that wire does not go anywhere but to that router. I'm going to say that's the right address. That's the same as my TP-Link router. That's why I'm like, what? Driver Sky 2, 100 megabits, default route 192.168.1.1. Huh. Oh, well, that would take me. Well, that's two different things. Well, I'll try 0.1 and then I'll try yeah, let's 1.1. Let's use the app, some of these apps that Wireshark, let's see. Zen map might be what I want. Yeah, I want Zen map. Let's go ahead and do it as root so I won't have any restrictions. And I'll just scan for open ports and see what we get. First we'll do this. And see what we get. And then we'll do 1.1. says, looks like it's done. Yeah. 0 hosts up. Okay. And we'll do 1.1. And it still says scan up there, but see, it wasn't done yet. I thought this app did that, so the other one might not have been done yet. Okay, what do we got here? 1.1, 1,000 ports. Oh yeah, I still have the firewall on, so I might have to change that. What? This is from the laptop going out to the router. I never have any trouble with my firewalls, just set to default, so we'll see. Okay. I'm trying to see where, usually there's one that says ping and how long it took. .64 milliseconds. I believe that's basically part of the ping. I don't know if I mentioned it, but when I took my little break, I took more than just a little short break. I went and ate because I realized I was really hungry. Okay, so it looks like it pinged it just fine, and that's all I see. I don't see any open ports. Yeah, no ports. Open port 0, closed ports. Okay. Can I go through that again? I want to try. Oh, that's still 1.1. Let's try scan 0.1 again to see if I did that too quickly. And I guess I'll get over here and look in the firewall. You don't have to go all the way to the end. Let's see. Will just try and turn it off. I guess it's on, unless I haven't ever turned it on in Devane. I think it's on by default in Fedora, but this is a brand new install, so firewall, it's not even coming up. Huh. I'm just going to leave that there. Let's look at the topology. 0 ports. Yeah. I don't know, maybe it was done after all. But, oh, this machine's IP address is 0.100. But why is it giving out broadcast address 192.168.0.255? But the default route is 192.168.1.1. This machine's IP address, yeah, okay, is 0.100. And I scan 0.1. Let's try 0.100. That'll be this machine. Just to see what happens there. Yeah, open port 111, 22. That's for email and stuff. Okay. There we go. SSH host keys failed. Oh, okay. Port 22 is open. Open SSH. I didn't know I had that on here. Okay. So let's see what other ports are open. 22 and 111. Okay. And we're going to 0.100 to 1.1. So 1.1 is the router, but it seems to be there. ports 2. Trace route. Okay. Yeah, so it talked to it. One hop. Yeah, I did trace route. That's a trace route's a little bit more of a, you know, a more trace route is like, it's not just a ping like, okay, it answered me, but it tells you where it's at. In other words, that's how you can get this right here, the topology. So so 1.1. Okay, so I think I still want to make sure that I'm not having trouble. Well, let's just get PuTTY opened up and see if we can get there. And instead of fooling with the firewall. Okay, now, yeah, see, that's what I was wondering. And here you have Telnet, SSH serial. But 69 is what my firewall in my other machine. Serial. I can't remember what that guy in that video used. I don't think he used, let's see. Oh, 96, Telnet, 23, raw, 23, rlogin 513, SSH, 9600. What did I wrote it 69. Oh, okay, DevT2I. Yeah, so serial's not what I want. Rlogon, SSH, Telnet. I cannot remember. Now I don't. Telnet's different protocol, I think. If anything would be TFTP, I think it would be. That's 0.1. Let's go ahead and go get the one I want in my key in my. So I want to. Let's see. 0.100. Oh, it doesn't. Well, I just want this from wherever I can get it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, okay. I don't think you can just, if you could do that, then I could do that with, we'll try it. I don't think you can. Well, let's just try it this way first. 1.1. See if it answers. If it answers, then I could SFTP in there with Crusader. Doesn't seem to be answering though. I already forgot. Yeah, at this point it said power cycle. It didn't say. Look at those instructions again. It didn't say to 30. Okay, ping. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be answering. Tell me I'm there without a password or anything. You can't type in there. Okay, I'm going to end it. Try PuTTY again. Okay. Let's do that. This time I will put 69 on there just to see what happens. It's not answering. So I may want to reboot the router again. Let's see. I already tried doing that before on the previous video, SFTP and everything, I think. Okay, so I have to try it one more time though, just because I want to. We go SFTP. Let's see if it can go there. Already tried. I'll try TFTP again. I was trying to. Didn't have the right thing in my clipboard last time, and I was having trouble. But see, I could just, if that would work, if I could TFTP in there somehow, and maybe I swear there's a way to do it. Then I could just copy this file over. That's all you're trying to do, is just copy that file over. And I don't remember if there's even such thing as a TFTP command. Evidently, you can't do it in Crusader. FTP, I don't think it'll answer to that. It didn't before. Don't think it would answer to. I'll just try all the ones I know. FTP. It's sitting there it's sitting there waiting now. It's not just saying can't do it right away. Nope. SMB, Samba. I think I already tried that. And let's see what else. MNFS. I'm gonna have to get me a cough drop because my throat's getting kind of sore from talking so long, I guess. Getting raspy. I had one when I started because I was having coughing fits. That's been hours ago now. It's 6:39 a.m. Still hasn't aired out yet. Sometimes they'll go forever before they tell you they can't do it, though. I'm just going to let it keep trying. And I want to see what that darn TFTP client looks like after all. There's no sense in making it harder than it has to be. I may just need to reboot the router, though, is what it may be, because I don't. The power light to me should be on. You know what? It has to be on. But why didn't it? If it's not on, then I wonder if it's failed. My whole thing failed. I think they did say. Somewhere up in here it said you might have to do it more than once, but that was up here at the initial thing, I think. Yeah, I may have to do it a couple of times. But that was right there to try to get it into the mode, the right mode to upload the VxWorks killer. I didn't have any trouble with that. That doesn't mean you couldn't have trouble down here. And it looks like I could ping it, that's the thing. I was getting a trace route on it, right? Not on this one, but 0.100. No, I want this one. 1.1. Are filtered. 1,000 scan ports are filtered. See, it knows what it is. Linksys. Knows its MAC address. Too many fingerprints, one hop. Okay, let me read this. I was just scanning through it. Ping. Computer ping. Okay. Yeah. I'm able to turn the DNS servers. Okay, yeah. maybe my problem is I know that my IP address is 0. Maybe I need to make it 1.100 instead of 0.100. Maybe if it was, if I didn't have it set manually that way, it wouldn't be screwed up. That's still just sitting there. It's making it work hard now. I'm going to get out of it. It's never going to connect. I know that much. Okay. I think I'll close it until I need it again. Yeah, it was overworking the machine. I can hear the fan. That's how I know. You might even be able to hear it on this little microphone. Okay, so maybe the good advice. Let me see. Edit connections. Let me see if it's still like it was before. Yeah, 3 minutes ago since that had been used, I guess when I was doing my scans. Well, guess what? It has what I told it to have, because I messed up. I told it to have 0.1. And I was supposed to have been telling it to have 1. I'm sure of that. Let's go up here and look. Yeah, 1.100. I just typed that wrong. I guess whoever, if you see the previous video, you already knew this, and you were like, stupid. Okay. Okay, but I did figure it out. Save, close. Okay, now let's see if I can. I didn't really need to run that scan again. I need to disconnect and reconnect to change my IP address. It's still 0.100, but on in Linux I can just disconnect. Offending package. I think something went wrong because of me, because of that, because of what I did. Now I'm connected. 1.100. Now that's what we should have. Oh, I see. It didn't quit the scan yet, I guess. That's a big mess. Yeah, network unreachable. Let me try scanning again. Let's see what we get. Yeah, we don't have any DNS servers. Let's see if we can. What do we got here? Okay, let's go to. No, you can't make any of that out anyway, can you? So I guess it's better to leave it on desktop and. Yeah, because nothing can be read there. That way at least you can see my instructions when I'm showing and talking about them that I'm following. Desktop and camera 1, the laptop. Okay. Yes, I keep forgetting where I'm at and what I'm doing. Okay. Where's that first part? Ping. Okay, 0.25. I believe that is milliseconds, not. Well, yeah, 0.25 of a second, I guess. Okay. One host. Yeah, no DNS servers. Still doesn't seem like it has an open port though. It's easier to tell by just going and looking at ports. Trace route. Okay. User bin, look at there. Read data files. User bin, share, nmap. Oh. I thought I'd found a list of files on there. Okay. Ports. No, it gets confusing when you got all those other scans, but there's no new ports open, so. At least now I'm on the same network as my router. Okay, we'll try this. Here's something I didn't think about. SFTP. We're at 1 port. What is it? 69. 69. Change the port and see if it'll work. Actually, I probably should have just said FTP. I guess I need to give up and try the command line stuff. That'll probably work right away. Wouldn't be so bad if I can get in there. In the regular command line, I can copy and paste into there. You can in PuTTY. That's one thing I don't like about PuTTY. But I can get in the regular command line. But I'll have to actually save this page. I'll try FTP at port 69. So that I can copy and paste these commands over. So I'll have to save it on my little stick or something. I can do that. Nope. Let's see. Let's see if there is a TFTP that would work. Nope. No TFTP protocol. Let's see. Try this. Just put in the address in port 69. I don't think that works at all. And something went wrong. Now it's not even pasting in. What happened? There. Maybe it's acting up. Yeah, it won't let you do that. Okay. But I'll go ahead and open up PuTTY since I saw a guy using that. Try it again now that and I'll change it to 69, take the SSH port to 69. I'll try it with SSH. I need to look at the firewall, make sure I'm not having trouble with that. I guess it maybe, even if the Bane didn't automatically come with a firewall, I would have put one in there. I did not see anything about firewall in here. See if there's anything that says firewall in the startup applications, but it might not be an application, it may just be a process. But there was only a couple of ports open, so it has to. This is the Bane, so things could just be in different places than what I'm used to. I'll install Wireshark too, but I don't think that'd be of any use right now. I don't see firewall, but the putty is not connecting that way. Oops, I didn't mean to drag it. The firewall does not come up. There's Synaptic. That's the app manager for Debang. Okay, so I want to see if there's really no firewall installed on this thing, is what I was thinking. With only 2 ports being open, I would think, well, maybe that's the only one that's got anything going on, though. Well, I don't see a single thing that, whoop, what's that? Down portable networking library, okay. I didn't see anything that's installed. TFTP, what is that? Client. Oh yeah. I'm gonna look for TFTP. We get until you retrieve files from the web. Okay, so maybe there is no firewall actually installed in Debang by default. Let's see. Let's see about a TFTP client then. I didn't install any because to administrate a variety of wireless access points. Get statistics. I don't have anything to do with, oh, update AP firmware by TFTP. There we go. But I think this might be a command line. Oh, let's do this. I did it before, but I didn't install anything. I just looked. Oh, I did that. Petite boot twin. This one right here. But that's a TFTP server. Bootloader for Linux. Yeah, that's... I did install that just in case I might want to try to use that, but because I was thinking might need a server, but now I realize I don't. That's the only one that came up under TFTP GUI. That one might be useful. Let's see. There's one. Advanced TFTP client. Can't tell sometimes whether they're graphic or command line unless I just say. It used to be you could sort by whether or not they were graphic or command line or both. It made it a lot easier. Curl, that's a really well-known one I run into all the time for TFTP and all kinds of stuff. With FTP, not TFTP. Okay. FTP SSL, FTP. ARPANET standard, that's old stuff. Okay. See, iPixie, Pixie Boot firmware. See, TFTP is one of the protocols used in Pixie Boot. But that's not what I'm looking for. But if you want to boot, and some of these other things are already on here. There's another client. What is that? Did I install this? Oh. Oh, that's a different one. Why is that? I did not mean to. Oh, I think I accidentally marked that to take it out of there. No, it does that when you put that one in there. Okay. Why is that one? Client and server. Well, it's a command line tool then, because that's another server. Don't want another server. Okay, so that one can live in there. HPA. But the ones that are servers, it's so hard for me to learn the commands and stuff. I just don't try. I'll install stuff looking for, and then if one of them turns up to be a GUI, then okay. But then this happens when you try to do too many at once. Now I don't know which one giving me the trouble. It won't go back and tell me, I don't think. I guess if I'd have paid more attention to the errors, I might have known. We'll bring it back up again and see. App utils, let's see. I don't know what. I thought I was clicking to, let's just take that one out. See if this one will install all by itself. Yeah, app utils, let's see. Nope. Okay. We won't install that then. Yeah, you can double click, let's see. That's the other one I was thinking about doing. Yeah. Nope, they both have trouble. I'm realizing you can double click to select and unselect, or you can right click. And I'm using this little wireless mouse and keyboard. The mouse is too small for my hand, so it's weird when I right click. Now where's that one that yeah, this one here. Oh, that's a command line tool anyway. TFTP HPA. What I'm thinking is getting the terminal open. I'm seeing about running that. Command not found. TFTP-HPA. That did not work. So see, you'd have to learn all the commands and everything. Okay, so I'm going to quit trying to install anything. Yeah, before I go further, I'm going to go back over here to my machine. Let's see. Get back in there. Go back now. I'm going to go to my machine and get these instructions. No, I mean, I'm going to get this. Yeah, okay, let's go to the desktop. Now, I want to see what the file I downloaded. I'm going to go ahead and see TFTP, see what it's like, if I can run it. And I guess I'll close my web browser, and then this time when I open it back up, it will be the last thing I had. That'll give me a little, actually I don't need this running either. I just have to have this. I like to have that so I can know what's going on and kill things if I need to easily. Now, I'm going to open up my XP virtual machine so I'll know before I start fiddling around trying to get into Windows machine. This one can't connect. I can't connect. I mean, maybe I could, and that's just that I don't have that that 32 gigabyte SD card. I had it set up in there, and it's kind of a pain to set up, so it's better to just deal with the error and when it's not there than to keep taking the setup out. So I was using it in there one time. But anyway, this has a virtual network which can talk to my real machine that it's on. That's the way it communicates with it. That's the way you can get files back and forth. But to try to, use that TFTP app to that router, that might work if I, did the same thing, just plug that wire straight into this machine, but then I would not be streaming. And I'm not even sure if it would work. It always does that. VAST just hasn't updated yet. It hasn't started yet. Then when it starts, it'll update. But I don't know, VAST has started already. Or it's in the process of starting, I think. You got to give it enough time to get going, though. Yeah, see, it's using lots of memory. Not so much regular memory, but the shared memory is over a gig, 1.1 gig. So, but it uses plenty of, right now it's doing pretty good on the, well, it went up real high and then it went down on the, updates are ready. Yeah, this one will update. It updates automatically, except for it's out of space. It can't install anymore. I don't even know if I have 2 gig left on it. Let's see what's left. Hell, I couldn't install anything on it, I don't think, not even a small program. I don't have that much space left on this machine, period. But there's only 691 megabyte left on my virtual disk here. And I looked and see how you might be able to enlarge it easily. I didn't see an easy way to do it. Let's see if I can just go to the network real easy from here. Okay. Now there's the 32 gigabyte that's not there. Downloads. Yeah, downloads is where I want to go. I think there's these downloads here. No, that was right. Okay. Wish it would stay where you put it. There it is. Let's see what this machine, what this application is like. Now, I scanned it before I downloaded it, so I'm not worried about opening it up in here. It might even run in XP, I don't know. But if it's a little graphic client, then I'll be wishing I'd just tried to get going from the start. I got ways I could do it. I've got I've got Hiren's Boot CD. That little 32 gigabyte SD card has a setup called Easy to Boot on it. And I can boot to a whole bunch of different operating systems. There it is. It's a little graphic FTP client. Server, password, file. That's all I would be needing to do. When upgrading files, and it's just, don't even install it. All you do is run it. So now that's when it's just plain silly to keep trying to use Linux. If you can't find something that'll do it easy. I didn't see any. I didn't see a graphic TFTP. There might be one for Fedora. I want to shut this down before it makes my machine not work good. It probably will sit there trying to install updates, and I'll have to just make it shut down. Okay, so there you go. If you're running Windows, and that's all you got to do. Assuming it can talk to that thing. There could be another problem, maybe because Putty wasn't talking to it, or I wasn't doing it right. Wait for it to get to that point where it's sitting there trying to install 1 of 5 updates. It'll sit there forever. I'm almost positive there's not enough room. Okay. So I thought that cough drop would fix me up for a while, but it hadn't helped. Restore the previous session. I'll have all my stuff back that I was reading on or using. Have in there in case I needed it. How things look. Okay. Just don't rush it. Okay, Firefox is not using a bunch of, that's the thing, if you don't want it to open up more things. I want to make sure my stream is still good. There we go. Seems to be just fine and dandy. Okay. And yeah, there's one way you could try. You can install Wine, the Windows emulator of sorts, and try to run it in there, but it probably wouldn't. I haven't seen anything run good in Wine in years and years. It used to run pretty much things like that would maybe run in it that are just running just a little executable. But let me see. Okay. Oh yeah, I want camera 1 and desktop, I guess, so I can have those instructions in there, and then the laptop, like I had it a while ago. Okay. Now back to the laptop. So what I can tell from ZenMap here, the router is, you can ping it, so I think it's there, even though I don't see the power light on. But I guess I'm fooling myself. By setting the default gateway manually like that, that's what they said for you to do, though. But it seems to me by setting well, no, that's still fine. because it should still be 1.1. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, is my laptop being the gateway? You can have a operating system be a DNS server, you know, but it's not serving up any IP addresses, so it's all manual. Okay, so let me look over here one more time. I don't have anything that's just an FTP. Oh, I guess I got something. Not waiting long enough there. Oh, yeah, it was. That, okay. All the stuff I installed were not command, you know, they weren't graphic apps. Yeah, I'm kind of I mean, there's a lot of the same stuff in Debang, but not all those commands, yeah, in the terminal. What is that? I'm going to open up that root terminal. Oh, that's a little bitty one. Did it do it without even asking for the password? Without asking the password. Huh. Isn't that something? That's a little bitty. I can't read that very good. I think this one's bigger. Yeah, read that better. Okay. Now then. I don't know that I necessarily need to be root to do that, though, on that router, and I don't want to actually jack up the system, so I'm going to close it. I'm just going to have a normal terminal open up here. Now, oh, I want to go, oh, let's do it that way, yeah. I'm going to do it the easy way. Okay, now here's my folder. I'm going to say Tools, Start Terminal here. And it can't do it. Dang it. Used to never have a problem with that. Try root mode. I don't think that's what the problem is. It's something else, I think. Thunar will let you do it, but let's close that one. I don't think that's the fact. Let's see. Unless it just can't do it in there, because it's not the regular hard drive. Seems like I've been having that trouble in Crusader period for like about 6 months or a year now. Okay, so there's another ways to get, more than one way to skin a cat. Let's see. That one doesn't do start terminal here. Let's see if I have Thunar on here. I don't even have it. Do I? Sometimes I think it's not there and it just hasn't finished searching yet. Okay. I'm gonna have to, I'll install Thunar, so I'm pretty sure you can. Wait a minute, let's almost at one other thing about TFTP. Oh yeah, that was, already had this, okay. Now what's this one? Oh, that's a server. Can't remember if I installed that. Yeah, the client. Huh? I think I might have installed this earlier. I don't even remember now. Before I started doing videos today. This. Okay, that I installed. Maybe it came with this. Yeah. That's not even for. Client. Why didn't I think of that? I saw that one already. Okay. Sometimes you change up the search a little bit, you'll actually find what you're looking for in a surprising way. Like I searched for TFTP Client or TFTP GUI and didn't, but they don't always use the letters GUI also in their descriptions. So. That's a bunch of stuff. I bet you that says they're targeted towards administrators, and they're probably going to mostly be working. It's not going to be any graphic user stuff. This might be one. Just can't tell if it's a graphic or not. Let me try that one. I haven't seen that one or tried that R curl, so apply is what I meant to say. I like to do a screenshot of things that I want to remember. Oh yes, like that. I don't know what this problem is with this stuff. Could be that one little server that's installed is jacking it up, but well, one time I was going to put something in there and it said sure, but it's going to take, I think it was this one, but that one turned out to be a on the command line. So I didn't want to do that anyway because that one looked better. It's already on there. So yeah, that's the client, but I don't know how to run that. I've already got it on there. I don't know if that worked. Yeah, there it goes. Because, okay, so otherwise I'll have to start trying to do those commands that are on the, there it goes. Yeah, desktop and oh right, I can't get on the internet. I'm not a goofball. What is all that stuff? Oh, that looks like maybe add-on things. Okay, well I don't want any of that open right now. Okay. Okay, so how am I able? Oh my gosh. That's why I'm getting all those errors, because I'm not on the internet. Well, I didn't know you could. I must be searching Synaptics cache. It must have a bunch of cache. All this stuff is on the local computer. See, I did some installation right before I started this today, so the cache will be kind of updated. So this is things and information that's on the cache, and the reason I'm getting errors is because I'm not on the internet. My gosh. Well, I knew I was starting to get tired, but, well, not that I don't usually, I'm usually not on the internet. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, so let's get our regular terminal window opened up here. And see if any of these commands are typable for me. Main Ubuntu. Maybe I can do it. Let's try it. TFTP 192.168.1.1. I kept forgetting. Yeah, I got my TFTP cursor, MODE, binary, REXMT1, REXMT1, timeout 60, timeout 60, put DD-WRT dot V24. I may have needed to be in the folder underscore MICRO underscore. Well, I need to be in the folder where this is. Put DD-WRT.24 underscore micro underscore GENERIC bin. As such folder directory. Oh, yeah. Oops. So I need to go to, I should have opened up my, I wonder if I can copy all that. Copy. I wonder if I can. No, you can't save that output, but I'm going to copy it. No, just the part that you would actually type. Okay. Edit, copy. Now let's just put it in a LibreOffice file. Oh yeah, that was where I was trying to do. I'm going to save that. And I'll have those commands that I can copy and paste when I want to. actually, well, let's just, yeah, let's save it in there. Commands. I want to make it a text file, not an open office file, so that they'll copyright. Okay, now, gosh, CD. I'm not sure how I can get to there. Oh, okay. Select all. No. Since I can't, I went Control C. That should have did it. Okay. Now, CD. Control V. That didn't work. Oh, Control V doesn't work in the terminal for some reason. You got to go Edit, Paste. There we go. Okay. Invalid command. What went wrong? Maybe if, oh, because I'm still in the TFTP app. Okay, so I'm going to just close that terminal window because I have my commands right there. Okay, CD. You can, oops, right click and paste, but you can't let go of your finger in the wrong place. That should get me in that directory. Okay, now then. Now let's go ahead and copy these. Well, I'll do them one set at a time. I don't know if that's worked or not. Wait, before we try to do that, that's not right. It should show the directory I'm in. That's why it's so much easier to say open terminal here, but it's not working. I used to always do that all the time. Well, let's try paste. I have seen where you no, it's waiting. It's not done yet. I don't know why it would take that long just to try and get in there. Okay, I want us to go back to the drawing board there. Control C. Okay, so I'm having trouble getting into my directory because I can't. None of my shortcuts are working for me. No matter what I usually do. Let's see. There we go. Now then. I think you still do CD. I went back to the root directory. That could have been my problem. Nope. It could be just rushing it. It may be taking a while, but it shouldn't take that long. Yeah, see, it won't do anything. I'm going to open another one and see if I just go CD root. Okay, now I'll just type that in, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you would want to do. Save problem. What is wrong with that? Maybe you can't go there. Maybe you can't go there. Come on. This mouse is really not my kind of mouse. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my kind of mouse. Okay, let's put it in downloads. Let's see, which one do I want? I want the generic copy over. Okay. See, we can open terminal there. Nope, it still didn't work. That's what I thought. Okay, glad I saved that. Now, CD. I think that'll be it. Yep, downloads. Okay. Now maybe this will do something. Am I showing what I think I am? My instructions and my, yeah, let's just go ahead and show just the laptop now. Maybe you can get a better idea. I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but the instructions are, well, the other way was probably better because you can see what I'm doing in those instructions. Yeah. This is what I'm doing right there. Okay. And so downloads, now I'm going to paste in the get this TFTP client app running, okay, and where it wants to go to, 192.168.1.1. So I didn't get any error there. Binary mode. Okay. Instead of retyping that every time, I'm just pasting it in, okay. And Rex MT1, I didn't get it all. Yeah, mess around forever trying to keep from having to do something this off. This is not that hard. I kept forgetting actually that it was, the instructions were there and I could follow them. I'd thought 2 or 3 times, well, I might as well try that. Timeout 60, all right now let's see if I got that right. DD-WRT, I've got that wrong. But what I can do now is get the properties, select all, copy, cancel, and all I need is put in the file name, okay? Put space file name. It makes it look like there's a space after the TFTP command prompt, but there is. Okay, it's different than a normal correct command prompt. Put. Okay, it's thinking. It did it, evidently. See, there's no output saying error, and there usually isn't an output saying it worked. So I believe I just did it. I don't think you can see it any better, but I'll go in there and see. Okay, so you can at least kind of see where my cursor is. Yeah, it didn't give me any error, so that's a good sign. And most of these command line apps do not say success, good boy, good girl, whatever. It just goes back to the command prompt. Well, in this case, it's the TFTP, waiting for another TFTP application command. So I'm not going to hit anything else. I'm just going to wait and make sure it's. It might still be working. Oh, guess what? The power light's on now. So let's read through the instructions. Let's see. Okay, I'll see if I can show it to the camera. I don't know if it'll show up. It's pretty hard to get it aimed right. I just get so many reflections. The more I try to go to the right place, I get to the wrong place. But I guess you can't, I doubt seriously you can tell that it's on, but it did come on. And it wasn't on when I haven't looked in a while, but I believe it came on because of that. Oh yeah, there's 2 lights on. Maybe, I don't know if that was already on, or I don't think it was already on. The wireless LAN light is on now. So I'm going to wait because it may be in the process of, you know, rebooting itself and all that stuff. Oh yeah, try to go there in the web browser now. So let's do that. I get mixed up on which mouse to use. Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to be able to show those instructions again too. Well, let's go there in the web browser. No, let's get it where I can see the instructions. Yeah, okay, so my instructions, okay, do that, and then alternative for Linux, i.e. if you get error code 3, you could say that, but I didn't get an error code. The file will now be transferred to the flash. That's what I wanted to see. Your router. After this is done, DD-WRT will automatically boot. Wait for at least 2 minutes. That's what I was thinking, because everything you do, you end up having to wait doing this, or you continue. Longer is better. Give the router plenty of time to boot. It is booted now, but I'm going to wait. I can see that the lights are on now. Make a note, perhaps copy any of the screen instructions. Then perform a hard reset. And then after about a minute, you can browse your WRT. Well, first I'm going to make sure it's booted. And then do all that. Okay, so it looks to me like I got a success here. But I'll reserve any hand claps and jumping up and down for joy for just a little while longer. Or any woohoos. Oops, I just did it. Too late. But yeah, woohoo, it is booted. I can see that it's got all this normal lights on. The only thing it doesn't have on yet, though, is the wireless LAN light, which actually did finally come on the last time I thought it wasn't going to come on. So it may not be completely done booting yet. Or installing. It may still be installing it. You know, like doing its first boot and setup. And well, I've read some other things. It does self-checks. Quite a few self-checks. So you got to wait for all that to happen. Let's see. I don't have the web browser up. Oh, I'll leave this in case I want to do another scan. Actually, I'll close it and do a clean scan. I don't want to save any of those this time. Lots of times I like to save my scans and everything, but this time I'm not. Well, that really wasn't that hard to type those commands, except for I didn't get the file name right, which is the thing I never get right. Is things like that are, you know, a bunch of different combinations of letters and numbers and periods and dashes. But if I get in a spot like that where I can copy and paste it, then I'm okay. Oh my gosh, it's on the internet, I think. No, it can't be on the internet. That router's not connected to anything. Maybe the wireless started working. It's not enabled. That's cache from that website, that's what it is. Web cache. I don't know what all this stuff has come from. Web developer toolbar. Okay, that's the kind of thing I thought it looked like. I must have a web developer add-on in here. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, because my add-ons have synced. What are we going to do with all our add-ons if they suddenly stop working one day? That makes me so mad. I've only got one that's the new type for Firefox. One. And I just got that one recently, and I really do like it. But let's see. I want that IP right there. I'm just going to copy it. That way I'll be ready to Control V in there. Ready to try and go there. Oh, we're up. Woohoo! Now really I'm going to go woohoo. I'll go ahead and switch to the closer view so you can see what I'm showing here. But I don't know if that's any better or not. Well, you can kind of see it says DD-WRT now. Router username, change password. I'll do that later. It's all in there. Let's see. I don't remember what it was, so I better go ahead and change it. I can do it because you can't read it, okay. I think I got it. I don't want to save it, do I? It worked, okay. I'm gonna save it. I need to write this down right now before I do anything else. This is gonna be I made a mess of it, but I'll rewrite it later. Okay. Just needed to get it written down before I completely forgot it. Okay, I've never seen this control panel before. All these years I've read about it, and I never actually did it to one. I was using this one all the time, and I didn't want to take it offline, and also I was scared I'd screw it up. I didn't have another one. And now that it's probably got hardware issues, I finally do it. WRT54G 8 GS7. It's got, I like the interface. The first page, you can read it easy. WAN IP 0.0.0, yeah, because it's not connected to the WAN. Okay, 192.168.1.1. Radio is on, mixed, channel 6. I haven't done the hard. Now, why would you do a hard reset when it's up and going? I don't understand that. It seems like it would jack it up and put it back into setup mode. But the only thing that's not on is the Wi-Fi. Well, I don't have the wireless turned on. I still wouldn't get on the internet, but it would. Okay. Well, now this system says total available 5.6 megabyte of 8. Total available 5.6 megabyte of 8, I guess. For 3.4 megabyte of 5.6 megabyte. So some of it's being used for something. And then it says use 5.2, 5.6. It's not making any sense. It's not adding up right. Buffers, cache, active. And I'm reading from the bottom up. Inactive. DHCP servers enabled. Okay, now what page are we on? We're on system information. Tells you the firmware right up there. It's already been up for 11 minutes. Wireless. What's my username and password? I don't know. I don't think it's talking about the wireless password. It's talking about the admin password for the router, I think. I don't know. It may be that that's what I just did was set the wireless password. I'm not going to hit show. I'm not going to save it this time because I'm not sure. Telling the instructions about the wireless and stuff. AP client. Oh, okay. AP client bridge ad hoc repeater. See, this is what I might want to do with this. Is turn it into a repeater. What's the difference between a repeater and a repeater bridge? I'm not sure. I'm going to leave it on AP right now. But I might want to turn it into a repeater and put it in the living room and strengthen my TP-Link signal. I'm going to put it on, well, let's put on AP first. Okay, yeah, mixed, network mode, yes. DD-WRT, channel, SSID, bridged, unbridged. Okay. Now, if I did do repeater, it automatically changes, oh, nothing. Except for, no, it doesn't. What about bridged? Nope, doesn't change anything. Now, I know from setting up my other ZoneNet router, I never mentioned it, I have a ZoneNet out in the garage that I use as a repeater. It'll get me internet out in the garage by being a repeater and no wiring going to it. But then I can plug in regular old desktop wired computers to it and get on the internet. It's not as fast, but it works. But it's always, anytime I reboot the routers in here, it loses connection. I got to go out there and reboot it. So I usually just leave it off unless something out there. So this one didn't do that kind of thing. If it lost its connection, it would get itself back. So the wireless and stuff, it actually seems to be, I think it's actually, until it started acting up, it was better than the TP-Link at maintaining connection, availability to the everything. So that's why I'm thinking it might be good. Client bridge, repeater bridge. I don't know for sure what a repeater bridge is, but a repeater I do know. But the channel, I don't have another phone free that I can use. I do know I'll have to put it on the same channel as, whoops, 64247. What's it specific there? Same channel as my my TP-Link in order for it to repeat it. I don't mind saving the passwords on my desktop that I use all the time, but I usually hesitate to do it on a laptop. On my main router that I use all the time, I wouldn't really do that. But anyway, I did it just now, but I can always take it out. But think I'm on channel 11. Looks like. Oops. Yeah, BG and mix 11. And this one will do 2.5 gigahertz as well, somewhere. I mean, not 2.5, 5 gigahertz. And oddly enough, my old L6000 laptop won't connect to anything on this router but 5 gigahertz. On the other routers, 2.4. And then this newer Dell 1525 laptop will not connect to the 5 gigahertz, but it connects fine to the 2.4 gigahertz. Explain that to me, Lucy. So, yeah, I'm on channel 11. We'll put it on channel 11. Get out of there without messing anything up. So, I'm just do it and see what happens. Because it can repeat that signal and make it stronger just by being plugged in. Trying to see what... Oh, I didn't show that. Well, that's all right. I keep forgetting to switch to the right thing at the right time. But I really am a bit confused there about the... Let's just go back to where I was. I'll leave this on the preview now so that I'll know. Channel. Oh, I see. 11 is... Oh, the gigahertz is what's after it. It's not... I thought it was 11.2 point, you know, 11.2 but that's 11, channel 11 on 2.46 gigahertz. There's no other choices, so that's the gigahertz. Okay. I'm going to leave it like that. And services. Got a lot of stuff. Just like they always say, wow. Security. Block anonymous WAN request, filter multicast, filter WAN NAT redirection. I'll leave it on its defaults for now till I learn everything in and outs about it. Access restrictions. I guess it just has a check-in every day. Okay, but there's no restrictions set. Okay, yeah, disable. Okay. NAT QoS, nothing. Call it NAT quality of service. Admin. NAT. Usually they call it NAT firewall, so I guess that's the firewall. Port forwarding and all that stuff. I do that for myself a lot, but I'm not going to mess with it right now. Actually, if it's just going to be a repeater, I won't put any of that stuff in there. Okay, username, password. You can do cron jobs in it. I wonder what you would tell it to do. So if I turn on my Wi-Fi on the laptop, I wonder if it should get an IP address from my other, well, I won't be able to tell. Whether it's getting, if it's running through the Linksys, or only way I'll be able to tell really is take the Linksys out in the garage or in the living room and see if the signals, well, the garage, you have to go out into the garage before you can tell that it's getting weaker. So take it out there and see if the signal's stronger out there from TB link. Status. Let's see. Time hasn't been set yet. Actually, now that's a repeater. Let's go through everything first, but well, let's see. Try to go to Google. No, see, it's not active yet. Probably have to reboot it before it be active. All these settings I made. I haven't even found it. I don't know if there's a save button or not. Time's not set in it, so. Yeah, it doesn't have a WAN address yet. I could do release and renew, but I'd rather do reboot. 1.1.255. Now that it's fixing to be a repeater, it may change its IP address to an extension, you know, like the continuation of the router. We'll see. I'm pretty sure that's what it has to do to work right. A little bit of data going through it. I guess just because I'm reading these pages. Okay. Very cool. I didn't see setup page, host name, domain name. There's a save. That was just for that though, I think. Wireless. Oh, there was a save button and I didn't save it. Repeater. Channel 11. Save. Bottom left. Save. That was the only thing I wanted to save anyway. Now, let's see status. Where was that I saw the... WAN, let's try renewing the DHCP. Nope, I did not. Okay. I don't think I had to change the IP address stuff. I was thinking it got it by automatically by sysinfo. Oh, virtual lens, yeah, DDNS, basic setup. If you go to setup, then you get a lot of this other stuff. Okay. Yeah, DHCP server. I used to use DDNS all the time to point to my server. I don't use that anymore. I use a oh, I can't think of what you call it. I use a I have dynamic IP address, and so I have to have I use a service that makes it static to point it to me all the time. Sometimes I have to go in there and redo the settings, but it works pretty good. Only problem is it ruined my Google rankings because Google sees that it's not my. They see what it is, and they call it a URL shortener. Weird. But I haven't figured out any better way to do it. This is all free, you know, so I'm not having to pay. I used to have, I started out with my servers on GoDaddy, renting them, you know, leasing, what are you going to call it, paying for server space on GoDaddy and apps and everything. But it was, I couldn't afford it anymore after few years. Plus I learned how to do it, and once I learned how to do it, you know, all you have to do is just set up a machine as a server, and old machine is a server. They're good. They do good. They can get one that's old and quiet and just enough power to be your server, and that way you won't want to get on there and use it as a regular machine and overwork it. And I've been running my own web server with my websites on everything since probably 2005, maybe 06, when right after I got into Linux. Started out with a 486, no, not a 486, 450 megahertz Pentium 1 or 2. Now I'm using a 2.5 gigahertz Celeron single core. Virtual LAN, tagging, I don't know what, tagging? VLAN tagging? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know what virtual LANs are. Create a bridge, assign it to a bridge, okay. I've messed around with bridges a little bit in Fedora in the operating system, and it's actually easy to set one up, but then I never could get it unset up anymore. Multiple DHCP server, huh? Wow. I'm not quite sure how I would use that. Well, it'd be kind of cool. Send out different IP ranges off this same router. Got a bathroom. Okay, I'm gonna quit fooling with this. It's up, it's going, but I do want to reboot it. I was thinking there would be something in here about, you know, reboot it from the software. There probably isn't, I just haven't seen it. So that was really quite easy to do those commands. I can't believe I fiddled around for an hour and a half, I think, trying to get around it. When you have the software right there, it's so easy, just like how easy that looked to do with the little Windows executable. But I didn't have an easy way to run that, or I'd have just done that. I don't think that I'm online here yet, though. But what I'm going to have to do is reboot. I'm going to leave it like that, and let's go to the, let's see, where's my, yeah, Cam 1 and desktop. Now it says it already rebooted, and it says perform a 30-30-30 reset again. After about a minute you can browse it, but you know me, I was curious, and I saw them doing it on the videos. They didn't do that. Actually, the guys I never did see anybody actually do the 30-30-30 reboot. I think one or two of them said, I did this before I started. But they didn't do it again in order to finish what they were doing. Okay. According to the Peacock thread, if the hard reset is done correctly, you will be asked to change your password. Well, I already got that. Then you can go on to any options you want. So I think I'm just going to reboot the router and see if it picks up. I mean, if I was plugged into the WAN port, I'm pretty sure it'd be on the internet right now. But what I want to see is, will it get its IP address from my TP-Link over the Wi-Fi and get this thing on the internet. Oh, before I do that, let's see if it is already doing that. If I hook up, oh, that won't work. I'll just get one from the, I won't be able to tell. See, if I enable Wi-Fi, I won't be able to tell. I'll only be able to tell if it's working if I don't enable a Wi-Fi right now. Okay, so I'm going to have to redo this, reboot this from the okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reboot the router and okay, it's off. And I'm going to have to just tell you about the lights. They're so hard to see. I'm going to have to sit here. I have to watch them with my magnifying glass. That Wi-Fi light may be off simply because I don't have Wi-Fi turned on that. No, it came on before. I was going to say because I don't have Wi-Fi turned on the laptop. I don't think that matters for it, whether or not it comes on. It should get a new IP address through its own, you know, through the Wi-Fi. It should get all from my TP-Link if that repeater part worked. Okay, the power's on. WAN, yeah, the WAN light's back on. So let's see what happened. Let's see. First off, let's just see if it's got internet. No, it doesn't. Hit the home button to make sure that it's not. Sometimes the pages just don't want to reload properly. Okay, that's just some cache left over. Status. Where's the WAN? Yeah, it's not getting it's not getting the IP address like I thought it would. Still got 1.1. Actually, it might. Does it keep that? Well, actually, once I get it up and going on my ZoneNet, you can't get to it anymore through the wired. I just remember that until you. What do you have to do? You have to reset it. That's right. You have to reset. You do have to use the reset button on the back of the router. It'll work, but you can't get into it anymore. I forgot about that. Shows it to be working though, all the wireless and everything. Everything looks good with no errors. Administration, no, somehow I'm into another area now. That's back in there. Okay. Yeah, so there's a backup. I hadn't seen that yet. Store settings, backup settings. Yeah, don't use the other firmware settings. Only use the ones created by this interface. Firmware upgrade. There that is. Reset or don't reset, and I'm not going to be doing that right now unless I'll get to know this one before I put a new one on there, unless I decide it needs to be updated for restore factory defaults. I didn't see that a while ago. WOL, wake on LAN. I've never seen a router have a wake on LAN before, set up before. Oh, it's got a little shell. Right there. Keep alive. Oh, an automatic reboot. Oh, I've always wished for that. Holy crap! That'll keep it from cache from being getting filled up. You have it reboot like every 2 or 3 days automatically. Of course, it might reboot right when you're in the middle of downloading something. That's the only bad thing about that. Connection watchdog. That'd be something interesting to learn about. I don't know. I have to see what that's about. Management. Back to that. Okay, so I was close. I was in that, and I just didn't pay attention to what else was tab. What other tabs were there? That's under administration. Okay, each top tab has bottom tabs. There we go. But it doesn't have a WAN connection yet. Still. I don't even see where it was. I guess it was the main wireless tab where I connected or I set it to be oh, it's back to AP. That's why. Oh, okay. Let's try this one more time. Repeater 11. Now I didn't hit. What are virtual interfaces in the wireless? I don't know, but it just put one in there. I'm gonna leave it and see what it does. Apply settings, then hit save, I guess. It went back to AP. There's something not right. I can't do it for some reason. I don't know what that is, that virtual. I'm going to remove that virtual thing because it might jack things up since I don't know what it is. Okay, let's try repeater bridge then at channel 11. It kept that, so maybe that was the problem. It would save. Oh, it's rebooting now. It had never done that before. You have to hit apply settings and then hit oh wait, maybe it's not rebooting. Maybe it's working like I just said. You can't get into it anymore. But it's not getting me online. Doesn't look to me like it's rebooting from looking at the front of it. But that's that's the same way my ZoneNet behaves. When you get it successfully set up, then you can't get into it from the wired interface without resetting it again. I don't want to rush it. It might be rebooting itself. But I'm pretty sure I can't get back into the router now. Oh, well, call me a liar. I'm back in there. Okay, let's go see what happened. It's still a repeater bridge. It says it's bridged. And it doesn't say anything about the channel. You always have to put the and the other one, my ZoneNet, it's the only router until now, the only router I've ever had that could do this. You had to put what you were going to repeat in there, what SSID that you were going to repeat. Physical interface. I wonder if you have to add, well, what you would do is you would look at local SSIDs, and then you say that's the one I want to repeat. So, that didn't make it work. And I haven't, and you also had to put the password of the router that you wanted to repeat in there. So it's not doing any of that. See what happens if I wonder if that's where I would put that. I'm going to learn about that later. And I'm going to put this back into its normal mode. First, I think I will reboot it one more time. And see if that does it. And I doubt it will, but once it reboots, I will know for sure if it's going to get anything from any of the routers. Let's see. Oh, I didn't mean to drag that around. Server not found. Now it says server not found. Huh. Okay, so that didn't really help it any. And let's see, where's the advanced routing, VLANs, networking. Well, it's got so much in there you get lost in it real quick. Status. Yeah, okay, WAN. Oh, see now it's got nothing. Okay, so let's go back to wireless. Take it out, put it back in AP. And how do I get back to, yeah, mixed. Kind of messed it up, really. Put it back in AP, maybe it'll straighten this up back out. Yeah, channel 11, I'm going to put it on channel 6 like it was before. AP mix 6. Bridged, unbridged. Well, that's the way it was in the beginning. I remember that. Plus settings. So it should go back to working normally now. Yeah, it doesn't have to reboot unless you do something like that. Okay. And then status. Yeah. So I'll worry about all that. I don't even have a, well, I could hook it up, but, oh. Let's try it. Oh. This will get me into one of my routers right here. That should get me online, actually. That's the one that I normally plug into the laptop. And I'll probably have to reboot. Let's see. Try renewing first. Yeah, it looks like we'll probably have to reboot to get anything. Still didn't have anything. And what's our IP situation up here? 1.100. Okay, now I'm going to reboot the whole router. See if it fixes all that up. Should be able to get it. Huh. Oh, now I have an IP address, 10.105. So hit my home button, maybe it'll work. Yep, there we go. We're on the internet. Just took a little bit. Well, no, maybe not. Huh. But I do have my 10.105 from that router that I'm hooked into. Heck, it may be jacked up because I rebooted my TP-Link without rebooting the others. Could just be, doesn't want to go to googly. Okay, so let me grab let's unplug this. I'm just going to grab my little camera and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so let's see. I'm not going to reboot the TP link over here because that would knock us off of our. This one, it's got a button on the back. That's the one that gives the 10.105 P. Once it gets rebooted, we will. I was going to say, you'll probably be able to tell it over here. Also, I've been meaning to reboot. I had rebooted the TP link and not rebooted the. Windows 100. Still not going to Google. That's kind of weird. I'm going to release and renew again just to make sure there's not a... Usually that doesn't work. You usually just have to redo the router. And it's the same IP. Sometimes on my other routers you try that and it just jacks it all up and then you have to turn it off and turn it back on. So this one I've been meaning I forgot to do yesterday. This one my server's plugged into. Most of the time if you reboot the TP link it's fine and the server doesn't go offline, but sometimes it does. And this one I think it's already full. It's pretty fast. But this one won't get its IPs back until, I don't know if it's because of this one or this one, which one's not doing the right thing. We'll start working right. You have to reboot them in order too, from the internet back. Plug her back in if I can. Well, I'm getting ready to quit, so I'm going to leave it like that for now. I don't know why it's not reaching. So, well, it's success. Didn't really need to do that again. I don't know, maybe it actually does need that hard reset to work right, but I just don't quite understand why it would. In order to, oh, it's got the wireless light on now. Now all the lights are lit up like normal, but yet I don't have the, I think that light just comes on, even though that's the button you would press, and what I'm talking about is this one right here, even though that's the button you would press to hook up to wireless automatically, that light is always on when it's working right. Let's put it that way, but I've noticed that since I've been messing with it, that light's always on when it's working right. So sometimes you just need to close the browser and open it back up. Do that. You know what? I can close these files now in the terminal. Okay. Now let's just see if that does it. I don't actually need into the router interface if this works. So, well, actually, I'm not going to do any more anyway. Sometimes you can disable and enable networking and get it back to working. So we're connected. And 1.100, we still have the same IP because it's getting its IP addresses from the Linksys. But I'm really not understanding why. Now I plugged it into this. It's still plugged in good. It doesn't have a good, it doesn't have a clip anymore. So you got to watch it, it'll come loose on a loose connector. but that should be getting it on the internet. So one, two, three, fourth router back, but it still would work. So I'm not quite sure why it's not working. I'll bet you if I enable Wi-Fi, then it'll just connect to my see it connected to my TP link, and now, as soon as it's finished, I'll be able to get on the internet. But that's not what I'm trying to do right this moment. I don't know, maybe it's fooling me. Yep, there it is. And that should be Google. Okay, so but the wired is still not working. Wired router, the Linksys is still not working right. Cable's plugged in good and everything. Plug it back in, see if it... I did think that the lights would have green lights. I'll show you what I'm talking about now. The little lights here. There's an orange one, it just stays orange, and on the left, a little yellow one blinking, but I've never seen, I guess that's just how they work. I don't guess they change to green. You know, usually green is good, you know, and any other color is a problem. Like orange and yellow are usually problems or cautions or something. So, let's see, I disconnected the Wi-Fi, so now we're probably not back, not on. Oh! And the Wi-Fi is disabled. That might just be cache though, because Google didn't work. Let's close the browser again. I don't know why that particular page generally caches. Close that too, I don't really need that anymore. I'll just shut down the machine. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it out before I forget and leave it in there. That's my SD card. It's also bootable, so I thought I might use some of the tools on there to do this, but I realized I didn't need anything all that in depth. Just follow the instructions on the... Now that's coming in. Okay, let's see if we can go to the weather. Yeah, that's what I thought. For some reason that whole page is cached now. Google doesn't do that, so doesn't make sense. Okay, I guess I could try the 30-30-30 reset. First I'm going to take this out. I don't want to have it hooked up to my network and have anything go wrong. Now, where's my... I just thought, well, it's working. I don't want to jack it up. But it's actually not working, I don't guess. Let me plug this in if I can, because it's going to end up running down. Okay. Almost looked like no, it's just slow. I thought the picture had froze. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to try to, before I do my next, my 30-30-30-30 reset, let me make sure that I am still on the, everything look okay. I am still broadcasting. No point in trying to show something if it's not being showed. Okay. Could be. For all I know, I mean, one time it did happen to me. I was close. I'd been broadcasting for a long time, and my TP link gave out. And the reason I lost my internet, and so I had also lost my streaming and didn't know it. Luckily, I do record my recordings to my local machine, so you know, I'll have to just go back and upload it later. But the reason I lost my internet, but we're still alive and everything's good. been going even longer this time, 2 hours and 36 minutes. Okay, so this says do a hard reset. And I just thought, well, it's already working, no point in doing that. But maybe there is a point. So let's see. Oh, was it? I forgot to switch, but you weren't seeing that, were you? Okay, so it's not the end of the world, though. So this is what I want you to see right now. That's what I'm doing right now. Hard reset. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to do it. Hold it this way. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26. It slipped off. Damn it. It's hard to do this, really. I wish I had that router interface up now to see. Let's see what it did. Well, it's doing something. The lights went out. Hasn't come back up yet. I need something that fits that better. This is too little and it slips off the side of the... I can't count out loud either. That's I've got too much drainage now. Been talking too long. Yeah, one of these small screwdrivers would probably be good. I want something real pointy, but hasn't come back on. I'm going to just try to do it. Not a broken cable, do I? I mean, I know that the insulation is broken, but I'm going to make darn sure I don't have a broken wiring here. I've been able to communicate to it perfectly. Yeah, it's just this wire looked good, but it has a good connector. The snapping part that doesn't break easy, but the outer insulation is crap. It's so crappy that I think maybe this is some of that fake Cat 5 cable. I bet that blue stuff burns like kindling. See, this one had a crappy one that broke. Well, it lasted quite a few years, and this part still isn't broke. It still works, but the clip and the protection broke. Let's see, and that's too little too. Those are actually not what I want. That's too big, I think. Actually, no, maybe not. No, that's about right. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, that should be about right. I couldn't count it. I can't hardly talk anymore. Couldn't do it out loud. And I'm just going to let it boot back up before I try plugging in that cable or anything. Okay, the power light came on. See if I don't think that other light will come on until you have a cable plugged into it, that WAN light. I'm not sure about that. Give it some time. Let's see if I can get back into the interface though. Yep, it's back up. Back to the... I think it is. It could be in the cache too. Or maybe it's trying to get me to change the password again because I reset it. That's what it's doing, I think. Yeah, because it won't let me go anywhere else. Okay. Yeah, okay, now I got the password in it again. Okay, let's go see. Now I think we can go to the status. And it wants me to log in again. At this, right now I'm going to save that. I can always take it out later. 2.40 megahertz. Broadcom, there's the chip. Yeah, it tells you all that stuff. I don't know if I saw that before or not. Let's look at the WAN now. Oh, I don't have any WAN. So let's plug it up. And I don't think the wireless should still be disabled. Yeah, it stays disabled until you enable it. Wasn't sure how that was going to work. Now let's see if it will get that IP address without having to be. Yeah, it's already got it. 10.105, just like before. All right. That was fast. Now let's see if we can go anywhere on the internet. Let's hit the home button. Thought it worked for a second. So that's a mystery. I don't know if I need to set something up or what. It has this IP. It's not able to get to the internet. Well, I'm not going to fool with it anymore today. I am too tired to care. But it looks like it should be working. But it didn't change anything, so doing that hard reset, all it did was make me put the password in again. So doesn't have a setup wizard, so oh, what's it? What is STP? That's motor additive as far as I know. Connection type STP. automatic configuration. I don't see what STP would be. Usually don't need a host name or domain name. You can put them in there, but I think you have to disable the DHCP server to get that bridge to work too, that wireless bridge. I think I forgot that part. It's not all automatic. You got to set all the right stuff. It's actually kind of tricky. Now it has a, no, it doesn't either. Doesn't say what STP is. Nothing in the instructions over there tells you what STP is. Oh, there is a more. Oh, that's got to go to their website. I mean, I could say enable just to see what it does. Oh, now it's rebooting. So that was something that required a reboot. Well, if it makes it work, I'll leave it. So that's what it looks like when it reboots automatically. I like it though. Definitely, it seems like it's the most versatile of all the open firmwares, and the most the most maintained. It seems like most versatile, and like, you know, lots works with a lot of routers. So there's one of the there's a version of this that'll work on my TP-Link. Now that I've kind of start to understand this more, I think I might be able to figure out on some of my other routers by their chip whether or not it'll work on them. It's taking longer than I thought to reboot. Oh, now the Cisco light is on. I don't know if the interface will come right back up or what when it gets done rebooting. You would think it would be configured to work, you know, just generally work right out of the box, so you shouldn't have to click on really any special thing like that. Especially something that's not common to your everyday router, that STP. I don't know what that is. I have to go looking it up. It's taking so long. Oh yeah, I better quit moving it around. I keep forgetting that oh, it came back up. Yeah, that cable does not have a clip on it. So I got to be very, it is fitting tight in here, but moving it around a lot could really knock it loose. Sometimes hitting the reload just don't work no matter what anyway, so. Go to Google. Okay, so I think I will go back to where it was. Well, not right now. Cancel changes, that's what I'll do. Will it reboot again? Nope. Okay, save. Now instead of hitting apply, I'm just gonna, went back, put it back to disable. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to put, that's really weird how that does that. Okay, it did save it that time, but it doesn't enable it. I guess, yeah, you did. I see why, because if you hit apply settings, it's going to reboot the router. You might want to go around and do a bunch of different settings and then do that. So I'm going to quit and get back, you know, to playing with it. Actually, I can, well, no, I can't. Not until I get it to work and get online, I can't play with it. Well, I could probably use the wireless. Yeah, I could go ahead and enable the wireless. I won't until I see that I get it working though on this thing. Well, actually no. I'll just have to remember, because the next time I get on the computer, I don't want it to me to be all upset because it's not working and not notice it. You know. Yeah, I want it like that. Okay, so because I'm going to unplug this and plug the other cable back into it, and well, here, let's try that as a test. Let's disable Wi-Fi again. Okay, let's unplug the Linksys and let's plug in. Unplug it from there. Let's plug this in and make sure that this cable works as expected. Maybe it finally broke. You know, maybe it's no, connection enabled. I bet it still works. Connection information. Now it is saying 1.100, which is wrong. So let's go ahead and oops. Well, first let's just see if it works. Of course, that's not going to work, so we can close and send home. Okay. Now let's disable networking. Enable networking. Should get a new IP address now. It had that old IP address from the Linksys. Now connected. Sometimes it doesn't work right off the bat. Okay, look there. I think we have some sort of problem. Firefox screenshots, that's what that is. I think we have a wired network. Maybe this cable's bad now. And I just never had noticed it because it was just using Wi-Fi for me, and I didn't know. Looks like it. But it may be, you know, sometimes you got one wire bad. Maybe it is supposed to be green like I was thinking. But you could have one bad wire. And I'll have to replace that cable. Try with that blue one, I guess. I have a little black cable. It's one of those that clips about broke on it too, but it could go from here to here real easy. So I'll do that next time, like tomorrow or whatever. There, that must be the mystery right there. Let's see. It didn't ever change it. It didn't ever get that new IP address. So it's either just something wrong with that router. I mean, I already rebooted it, so it should be sending out those IP addresses like it's supposed to. I don't know. I mean, there could be. I can always tell pretty quick because I have a monitor. I don't like having it open up right there, but that's all right. If my email has a bunch of notices saying that my web server's down, then there's something going on with that router. Or like I said, it could be that the TP link is just about done all it can do today, and I haven't. Let's see. We'll see. It'll take a while for it to get new mail. Remember where I'm at on my. Okay, I'm not showing you what I'm looking at, but that's all right. You don't need to see my private email anyway in Thunderbird. Yeah, I don't see a bunch of new notices saying that I'm offline or anything. So it's probably that cable. I've been worried about it for a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna figure that's probably it. It's probably just that I hadn't noticed it because the laptops. I always plug this into whichever laptop I have up here, and they were just using Wi-Fi, and I hadn't realized it. Okay. I'm going to enable the Wi-Fi, and it should get on pretty quick. Sometimes I have to. It never did get a new IP address, but it has got the Wi-Fi, new Wi-Fi IP address. And it's working, it's starting to work, trying to. A lot of times sometimes it's better just to close the browser and open it back up. Actually, that could have helped in that other case too, but I don't think that was the thing. Yeah, it still doesn't have a new IP address. It's not getting one, so I'm going to guess that it might be the cable. Oh, well, you know what? Maybe not the cable because it's, yeah, no. Maybe it is my TP-Link. Because see, all these other routers go through my TP-Link. Maybe I've just finally filled up its little cache and everything else, and all it can do is just stream, but it was still streaming. Well, I need to break so bad I can't even care another second. So I'm going to shut this all down, get out of here. And I'll kind of do a finish up on this, and it shouldn't be very long, hopefully, on this Linksys. Well, I've got lots more to learn about it, but anyway, it's done. I'm going to go now because I have to